Good evening. United States of America has imposed national economic emergency. What exactly is the meaning of this? So this is the power of the government under the act to ban certain technology and services from foreign countries. And this technology and services they are posing risk to the national security and other cyber services in the country. And this act has empowered the government to ban certain technology and services. So that's the reason why this national economic emergency has been imposed because of the this fear of the president of United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump. And what are the effects of this? Before that, I would like to show you a question, possible question, and kindly remember, America is considered to be big brother even today, and this is the largest economy, very powerful nation in the world. Hence, any change or any this incident that takes place in the United States of America may be a possible question, and that will affect the economy at the global level, right? And I would like to show you the question now. Then we'll answer it. Then we'll continue our discussion. Look at this. Look at this. Hawaii, a telecommunication giant, belongs to. This is very much there in the news because of the national economic emergency that has been imposed by United States of America. Look at the question carefully. Possible question. And this is the company that is there, very much there in the news. So this is the telecommunication. This is a telecommunication giant that is belongs to Japan, South Korea, North Korea, or China. Answer is option D, that is China. Look at this. US President Mr. Donald Trump issued an executive order on May 15th, 2019, apparently aimed at, look at this very carefully, you have to remember, apparently aimed at banning equipment from Chinese telecommunication giant Huawei. Very important. Clear, that is the reason why. So this is there in the news. And China has criticized America that by keeping this Huawei in mind, this particular executive order has been issued, and it declares a national economic emergency. Look at the words very carefully. It declares a national economic emergency that empowers the government to ban the technology and services of foreign adversaries deemed to pose unacceptable risks. And no country like to have such type of risks, and especially when it comes to United States of America, definitely they don't want this, right? And how far it is right, that's a different thing, right? But otherwise, United States of America has been criticized by China. And in the recent past also, I discussed with you many times that the gap between United States of America and China is increasing, right? And China is competing with United States of America. And this, it's like an economic war that is going on between these two nations. That's the reason why whatever happens at the economy level between these two nations, that is very important for the examination point of view. So here, so this deemed to pose unacceptable risks to the national security, including from cyber espionage and sabotage. So everywhere, America is saying some problem. While it doesn't name the specific countries or companies, it follows months of US pressure. It gives the Department of Commerce 150 days to come up with the regulations, right? If not immediately, so the some regulations will be coming up within coming a few days. But whatever you are able to see on the screen, every point is important for the examination, right? What is national economic emergency? By keeping which company in view, the president of USA has issued an executive order. Please remember this. And Huawei is a telecommunication giant. It belongs to which country? Answer is option D, that is China. Right? Next. Next. Some countries, they invite. In every country, you have judicial system, and the topmost court in any country is the Supreme Court. The name may vary. In India, we call Supreme Court. In some other country, they may call Federal Court. Like this, the names may be different. Apex Court. But in some countries, what happens, they invite the senior judges of some other country to take part in the judicial process of those countries. So, meaning the Supreme Court judges, they have the huge experience. After their retirement, they may be invited by some countries. They may be invited by some countries to be a part of their judicial system. Generally, that will go on, contract basis. Like, this is like 3 years or like that. And very recently, this honor has been given to one of India's Supreme Court retired judges, right? And that gentleman said very clearly that he feels so excited to go there and work in the judicial system of that particular country. And who is that gentleman? And what is the country? That is important for the examination point of view. I would like to open the document once again, and I want you to have a look at this. Look at this. This is the question. Who of the following has been appointed as a judge of a Supreme Court in Fiji? Right? Very, very, very important. All these are the retired judges or chief judges of Indian Supreme Court. Justice Kurian Joseph, Justice Deepak Mishra, Justice Jagdish Singh Kehar, Justice Madan Bhimrao Lokal, right? And out of this ABCD, the correct answer is option D. That is Justice MB Lokur, Madan B. Lokur. Now, I would like to show the information with respect to this. And if you look at this gentleman, Justice Madan Lokur retired as a judge of Supreme Court on December 31st, 2018. After a tenure of more than 6 years, he was appointed as a judge of the Supreme Court on June 4th, 2012. Please remember this. He served for more than 6 years and got retired in the recent past. And of course, the other information with respect to this gentleman, you may please have a look at this. But he was made permanent judge in July 1999. Subsequently, he became the Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court and then Andhra Pradesh High Court before being elevated to the Supreme Court. Lots of experience behind this gentleman, and we are very proud of this great person, and this is a great honor for this gentleman, right? And I want you to remember the name of this judge, retired judge, and in which country he has been appointed as a judge of Supreme Court, and the country's name is Fiji, right? And this is like for a period of 3 years, right? This is like for a period of 3 years, and he will be initiating very, very soon. Right. So with respect to Indian Lok Sabha elections, it's almost come to an end, and you must have been watching the arguments and counter arguments that are being made by different politicians at the higher level. And in some places violence is taking place. Lots of allegations are also coming into picture. As I told you earlier also, please follow all these very, very carefully, right? So that you will understand what exactly is happening in our political system and what exactly can be done. Right? For example, if you look at Election Commission of India, Political parties have criticized Election Commission of India earlier also, but this time the criticism became, too much, and it became very high. Of course, this is the, very sensitive issue. So this is the pain that has been felt by the certain political parties. And of course, this is a very long span of conducting the elections. Started, this in April, and last phase is going to be, held on May 19th. So like this, when it's a very very long span, even the election commission will also have, this very Herculean task, conducting, elections very peacefully in, throughout the country, and shifting the material, shifting, this our security forces, right, and answering the questions that are being posed by, various political parties. Like this, the criticism will happen. All right. So, but the thing is that there is, since uh, uh, quite long period of time, there is a demand that there is a necessity for electoral reforms, especially with respect to the appointment of the chief election commissioner and other election commissioners. So maybe we'll see. Maybe after the elections, some changes might take place. But as very serious students or aspiring for different services, you have to frame your own opinion, right? And you can frame your own opinion in a very logical manner and a rational manner only when you follow the whole system very clearly. First thing is that you need to understand the system. So once you understand the system, then you will understand the loopholes that are present in the system and how to fill up those gaps. So you will be in a better position to give the suggestions. Clear? So kindly follow this one, and this we are very soon we are going to start, IAS 2020 batch, and regarding that also I am going to give you the information. Right? I'll give you the information, and this time we are we have improvised, and we are going in a more scientific and more the most better approach with respect to, this clearing this IAS 2020, and all the details I am going to give you very very soon. So that's all for the day. Thank you so much for being with me this evening, and I'll see you in the next class with more current affairs. Take very good care. Good night.